Introduction. Two Masters, One Message. Dear listener, today I invite you on a journey across time, across continents, and deep into the mystical realm of your own self. We are going to sit at the feet of two towering spiritual masters, Osho, the firebrand from the East, and Neville Goddard, the prophet of imagination from the West. Now you may know a little or nothing about manifestation, the law of attraction, or inner transformation. That's okay, because this talk is not just about complex theories. It's about real, living truth. Truth you can feel, truth that can change your life. These two men, different in language, tone, and tradition, taught one profound truth: you are the creator of your reality. Osho taught us to raise our vibration, to become the effect before the cause, to go inwards with dance, silence, and meditation. Neville taught us that imagination is God, that your world is a mirror reflecting your assumptions, and your inner state is the only thing you ever truly need to change. Let's now walk through their teachings, not just intellectually, but like we are absorbing wisdom that's alive. And by the end of this journey, you may come to see why I call Neville the Western Osho. Chapter 1. Where they meet. The inner world is the real world imagined looking into a mirror. When you smile, the reflection smiles. When you frown, it frowns. But what if you tried to change the reflection without changing yourself? That's exactly how most people live. They try to fix their outer world, jobs, relationships, money, health, without ever looking at the inner state from which these arise. Osho and Neville both shout from the mountaintop, "Everything is within you." Neville says, "There is no one to change but self." Osho says, "Be the emperor now. Do not wait. Your vibration creates your world." Different words, same truth. The world is not attacking you. It is not blessing or punishing you. It is reflecting you. So when you shift your inner story, your beliefs, your emotional state, your imagination, your reality bends to match that. Chapter 2. Understanding manifestation. Not magic, but conscious creation. Let's break it down. Manifestation is the process by which your internal world becomes external. It's not hocus pocus. It's a universal law. Neville says, your imagination, when felt as real, plants seeds into your subconscious. Those seeds grow into experiences. Osho says, your vibration, your state of being, attracts energies, people, and events that match it. So when you walk around feeling like a victim, thinking negative thoughts, expecting things to go wrong, life delivers that package. But when you feel rich, joyful, empowered, regardless of your current circumstances, you begin to pull that reality toward you. That's manifestation, not because you wish for it, but because you become it inside. Neville teaches this through what he calls living in the end. Live as though the wish has already been fulfilled. Osho teaches the same idea with different words. Why wait to be happy? Be happy now, be the emperor. The rest will follow. You don't wait for the outer world to change. You change and the world follows suit. Chapter 3. The power of emotion and feeling. A common mistake people make is to repeat affirmations or positive thoughts without any feeling. Neville says, feeling is the secret. Osho says, without awareness, repetition is just hypnosis. Both are saying, don't say it, feel it. Let's say you want health. Don't just say, I am healthy. Instead, feel the joy of walking freely, dancing, laughing. Feel the gratitude of vitality. Make it real inside you. Science now supports this. Dr. Joe Dispenza has shown that when we feel elevated emotions, love, joy, gratitude, our brain and body rewire. We become magnetic. Our biology changes. Emotion is energy in motion. It's the fuel of creation. Chapter 4. Imagination versus vibration. Two doors to one palace. Neville's great key is imagination. He calls it the workshop of God. He teaches that you can sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine a scene that implies your wish is fulfilled. A conversation, a moment, a vision. Example. You want a new job? Don't beg the universe. Instead, imagine your friend congratulating you on getting the job. Feel their handshake, hear their words, smell the room. Make it vivid. and then drop it, let it go. Osho's method is more energetic. He wants you to move, dance, chant, breathe, and shake your energy loose. He teaches that everything is vibration, that rituals of sound, mantra, form, yantra, and action, tantra, can shift your entire frequency. Both are right. Neville works through the mind and the feeling heart. Osho works through the body and the vibrational field. Why not use both? Imagine your dream life, then chant, dance, and vibrate until you feel it pulsing in your cells. Chapter 5. Clearing the Unconscious, the Real Inner Work. Here's where Osho becomes razor sharp. He warns that many people use positive thinking to escape from their pain. They bury sadness, fear, or anger under fake smiles and hollow affirmations. You can keep saying, "I am happy," but your unconscious mind is saying, "You are miserable." Osho. That inner contradiction blocks manifestation. Neville agrees, though he speaks it differently. He says your self-concept, your deep identity, governs your world. So if you affirm wealth while secretly believing you're not worthy, you'll sabotage your success. Both teachers say, clean the inside first. Osho's solution, meditation, movement, emotional release. Neville's solution, revising past memories, assuming new identities, and reimagining yourself nightly. Chapter 6. Examples from real life. Let's imagine two people trying to attract love. The first uses the law of attraction. They repeat, "I am loved" every day but feel lonely, bitter, and resentful. The second meditates, heals past wounds, treats themselves with love, and visualizes joyful connection. Guess who succeeds? Not the one who just says the words, but the one who becomes the energy of love. It's not magic, it's inner alignment. Neville says, change your self-concept. Osho says, clean your inner space. When you do this, life meets you halfway. Chapter 7. You are the cause, not a victim of circumstance. Neville goes as far as to say that everyone in your life is yourself pushed out. If someone insults you, they are reflecting your unconscious beliefs. If someone praises you, they are responding to your self-love. It's radical, it's empowering, and it means no one can save you, and no one can stop you. Osho says something similar. No help comes from outside. The real revolution is inner. So instead of blaming the world, become the change. If you want to feel respected, see yourself as worthy. If you want kindness, practice it. The outer world follows the inner blueprint. Chapter 8. Final Integration, How to Practice Daily. Morning. Sit for 5 minutes. Feel what you desire already done. Say aloud, "Thank you, it is done." Move your body, breathe, smile. Get into a high vibration. Afternoon. Notice your reactions. Are you feeling lack or abundance? Take a break. Recenter. Hum, walk, breathe. Night. Visualize a scene of your wish fulfilled as you fall asleep. Feel the emotion. Let go with peace. Weekly ritual. Do a dynamic meditation, Osho style, or write and revise your story, Neville style. Both masters encourage discipline, not rigidity, but devotion to your inner world. Conclusion. The emperor and the imaginator walk hand in hand. Osho says, don't be a beggar, be the emperor. Neville says, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Both teach you this core truth. You are not here to chase life. You are here to create it. The mind, the body, the emotions, all are instruments. When tuned, they produce the symphony of reality. So whether you chant and move with Osho or imagine and assume with Neville, remember, you are the cause. You are the light. You are the power. Go within, awaken, and create. If you enjoyed this exploration of Osho and Neville Goddard and their timeless teachings, please share this message. Let it reach others who are ready to rise. Remember, there is no one to change but self, and the self is infinite. Thank you for watching. This is Dr. J.A., and I hope these insights inspire your journey.